What's up, everybody? I am your Esoteric Esa, aka your Esoteric Homegirl, Jasmine. Thanks for tuning into the vlog. In this video, we are going to go over my 3 must-have crystals for Mercury Retrograde. In particular, this Mercury Retrograde that we are going through July 25th through August 18th of 2018. Brief explanation for those of us who are not sure what Mercury Retrograde is. Mercury Retrograde is when the planet Mercury goes into retrograde, so it slows down, which in turn results to the cosmic energies getting a little funky. Things are going to slow down for us. A lot of mishaps happen during this time, a lot of miscommunication, sudden changes, which is why a lot of people tend to associate Mercury Retrograde with a negative connotation, which I would like to focus this video on enlightening the fact that Mercury Retrograde is not always negative. Mercury Retrogrades are not to be feared, but to be respected. That is my point of view on it, because they usually bring about every 3 times a year when Mercury goes into retrograde around planet Earth. This usually brings about challenges or lessons and past issues that can arise and offer us that sense of closure or new knowledge. Okay, so that's just like a super dumbed down definition of what Mercury RX is. Okay, so with that being said, everyone's in a panic. Everyone is freaking out. Okay, not always is there going to be bad things happening. Sure, bad things will arise, but not always. But fear not. This is where crystals and astrology come into play, and how they can assist each other with helping, guiding us to better navigate these cosmic challenges and situations. So I went through my handy dandy crystal Bible book and picked out three stones that I feel really hone into the major focal points of what Mercury RX can bring about, right? So lack of communication, usually tensions are high, a lot of misdirected anger or irritation, not only from ourselves, but not from ourselves deflecting onto others, but others reflecting that onto us as well, and protecting ourselves from those unwanted energies. And in particular, this Mercury Retrograde is in the sign of the beautiful fiery Leo, which can result in a lot of high tensions, a lot of strong emotions of wanting to be self-expressive through our communication and through our projects and whatever we're working on. So it's going to be a very intense Mercury RX for some of us, in positive lights and in not so positive lights. Okay, so it just depends on how we take on all this information and we apply it to our lives and get better, because Mercury retrogrades are not going to stop, you guys. They're gonna keep on coming. They're about 3 times a year, so deal with it. Okay, so my first stone that I would like to suggest in dealing with Mercury RX is howlite. Okay, so what can this stone be used? Howlite is used for protection against unwanted anger. Keep it in your pocket to absorb your personal anger or to help deflect anger from others. Now, being that this RX is going to be in, this Mercury RX is going to be in the fiery sign of Leo, that means there are going to be a lot of high tensions, a lot of emotions. It's a very emotional sign. Leos don't deny that. Nothing wrong with that. So what that means is we want to be extra careful of our energy and protecting our aura, and taking that time to maybe avoid situations or certain people that we know that this might bring about, and really take self-care, better self-care of ourselves. Okay, moving on to our next stone, which is calcite. Okay, what can calcite be used for? This stone can be used for clear thinking. Yes, all that brain fog that you're probably experiencing at the moment. You're being forgetful, you're losing things, you're not remembering things. When you're speaking and you're communicating, the words aren't coming out right and you're getting tongue-tied and twisted. That's partly because of the influences right now in the cosmos. And so this stone The calcite can help you better get your mental fogginess out and narrow down to clear thinking. We have until August 18th, so it's going to be quite a ride. It usually is. So let's not trip up on our words and how we express ourselves, because that might happen. And when it does, just take time to sit back and reflect. Okay? And this stone can help you out with that. The third stone, which coincidentally I have in my personal collection, I love coincidences, is celestite. There you go. See that beauty? Celestite is used for communication and also for providing mental clarity. So this stone can help you get better with your communication and with expressing yourself and your creativity and dealing with fiery emotions. It is said that with this RX being in Leo, this is a great opportunity for us to invest our time into creative projects and picking up hobbies that can help us better vent those frustrations through painting or scrapbooking, collecting things, adding, you know, emitting any sort of creativity that you can. And I thought, well, that's so funny that personally speaking in my life, I was personally gifted this beautiful calcite geode by my good friend Verna, and just recently, and I noticed that this stone has really helped me launch my creativity, like really helped me propel my creativity into my channel, and has really assisted me with staying motivated and assisting with creative ideas on what I want to focus on. This might be a good stone for you to you know, vent those frustrative energies into something positive, which is always great. Okay, so these are your three stones: celestite, howlite, and calcite. Isn't that funny how they all rhyme? And I didn't even pick up on that. That's so cool. Okay, so again, what is celestite used for? Celestite, right here, is used for communication, clear communication, being fluent with your communication, okay? We want to focus on communicating our words correctly and being sensitive with how we communicate during Mercury RX. Any Mercury RX, regardless of the sign that it's in. That's always a common theme, okay? Moving on. So howlite. This one in particular can help with protection, with any negative energies, protection from that. Any unwanted casted negativity that other people are deflecting onto us, because we all tend to do that accidentally sometimes, maybe sometimes intentionally, and this can help us deflect, and when we are personally emitting those energies out, this can help us absorb and sit tight and check ourselves and say, hold up, Jazz, you need to chill, okay? You're being a little too much right now. You're being a little too extra. Okay, moving on. Third stone, calcite, clear thinking. I personally find myself during Mercury RX getting all jumbled up with my thoughts. I'm a very in my head type of person anyways, because I'm an air sign. I have a lot of air in my chart, and so I'm always in my head and thinking blah blah blah. Okay, so this stone can really help me personally with, and those of us who tend to overthink and overanalyze this Mercury RX, sometimes we go into overdrive with that habit. I don't want to say a bad habit, because sometimes it's good because it helps us really put things into perspective, but this can help us deal with just staying grounded. Okay, all right, so those are my three stones that I personally picked that I think bring about the major pillars of Mercury RX. Again, everyone has their own stones and their own dealings, and everyone's going to have different challenges, and so that's up to you to decide what stones you want to utilize to help you through their energies. Okay, so I hope you find this helpful. Please stay strong, and remember, we will be tested during these times, but it's all about staying grounded and really catching ourselves and reflecting ourselves, checking ourselves, and reminding ourselves that we are constantly growing. Do not fault yourself. If you trip up, do not fault yourself. It's okay. It will happen. Just move on and do better next time, okay? So I leave you with this information, and please remember that Mercury retrogrades are not to be feared, but to be respected, okay? They can really help us out, and so I wish you the best of luck, and I will catch you on the next video. Peace.